Some people build brands, some people build bars, and then there are those who quietly hold the keys to entire experiences. He wasn't the DJ, he wasn't the party goer, he was the guy making sure everyone else had a flawless night, from the rooftop bar to the corner suite. As general manager at the Park Bangalore, he oversaw a beast of a hotel with Pre-Ibar at its center. A space that became one of the city's most consistent weekend magnets without ever screaming for attention. But after years of running someone else's empire, he stepped out to build his own. Today, What's in a Name isn't just a bar. It's a reflection of a man who's seen hospitality from the inside out. A place that doesn't follow trends. It builds trust one returning guest at a time. From managing 200 plus staff to doing his own vendor calls, from 5-star systems to pure gut and hustle, Siraj Mukherjee has lived both sides of the nightlife game. And tonight, he's finally telling his side of the story. This is the VIC Fix. Siraj, welcome to the VIC Fix. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Vicky. It's an honor and a privilege to be featured on your show. Really appreciate it.
The honor is all ours, sir. Let's start with your roots, because this is something that I'm 200% sure none of your regular guests know. How did you get into hospitality? Was it by accident?
It was an accident, yes. So I was doing my graduation in Presidency College in Calcutta with botany honors, and as life and luck would have it, I got embroiled in student politics and college union activities. To cut a very long story short, parents came to know about it accidentally, and I was given a ultimatum and a deadline by my father saying that either get into a professional course in the next 1 year's time, or we stop paying your college tuition fees. And so that's what happened. I applied for a whole lot of competitive examinations.
Okay.
And I just happened to come across an ad on the papers regarding hotel management. Applied for that, got through, cleared the interviews, got selected for a seat at Institute of Hotel Management, Calcutta. And I had no idea, I had no clue about what hotel management and the life of hotels was all about. Made some inquiries here and there, spoke to a couple of people through contacts, and somehow it kind of appealed to me. There was this whole aura of glamour and glitz and, good food and alcohol.
Right.
All the vices were calling out. And I did my graduation, then got into hotel management, fell in love with the subjects from day one.
Right.
Particularly food and beverage.
Yeah.
I used to hate housekeeping. I did not like front office, but food and beverage was love at first sight from day one.
Looking back at your career, we see that, you have donned different hats. Okay, you have been as a trainer, you have been as an operations head and GM, of course. Which of these roles gave you the maximum learning?
Without doubt, the maximum learning was, of course, when I was in training and development. I spent about 9 years in learning and development with the Park Hotels.
Okay.
And I was fortunate to have some fantastic mentors and guides who brought me up, who trained me to be able to impart whatever I was learning onto others. And then, of course, I went back to operations after 9 years in training and development. I moved back to operations, and I was fortunate enough to practically implement all the learnings which I had imbibed over the last 9 years.
Right.
I could actually theoretically and practically implement in
across
the operations
the venues
of
that you were managing.
hotels, across the hotels that I worked in.
Yeah. So how long has your career been specifically in the F&B, in the hotel industry?
Oh, If you take away the 3 years of hotel management course,
Yeah.
I started work on 1st of May 1995.
Yeah.
So I started work on May Day, which is supposed to be a holiday.
Holiday.
Actually. So there was no holiday for me.
Right.
My work life started on May Day.
Yeah.
With the Oberoi Hotels in Calcutta. I worked in the food and beverage space with Oberoi Hotels for 4 years as a restaurant manager. Then I joined Park in 1999. From 1999 to 2008, I was with Park in training and development. Then in 2008, I moved to Park Visakhapatnam as the general manager. That was my first posting as general manager. I was in Vizag for about 3 years. Then from Vizag, I got transferred to Park Bangalore.
Right.
Where I spent about another 2.5 years as general manager. Then I moved to the Park Chennai as a general manager. So all in all, 16 years with Park, 4 years with the Oberois, and then after Park, 1 year with the Royal Orchid in Bangalore as general manager. So 21 years in hotels.
Yes.
1 year in a standalone Resto-Bar called Liber, where I could learn on things not to do when you're opening up your own bar, individual bar. So that was 1 year then. And then after that, I opened a What's Her Name in 2017. So about 21 to 22 years in the industry.
So you have pretty much spent your entire life in the South.
Oh yes, absolutely. Except Kerala, I've lived and been posted in all the other southern states, including Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka.
Looking back at your entire career, what was the one most defining venue, or was there any mentor that had a major impact on your entire life?
Yes, I've had a lot. I've been privileged to have worked under some great bosses, great professionals, right from my Oberoi days to my Royal Orchid days. If I had to single out one person, it would be my boss when I was with the Park Hotels, who was the managing director of the Park Hotels. He had a large role to play in identifying my strengths and my weaknesses and my opportunities, pointing them out to me, doing a lot of one-to-one mentoring for me, and identifying that I could, while working in training, I still could handle additional responsibilities in the F&B space. So when I was working with the Park in Calcutta, I was the training manager of the hotel.
Right.
I used to, my training hours used to be from 9 o'clock till about 7 o'clock in the evening, and then in the evening, I would also look after the health club. Of the hotel, and I had absolutely no background of how to run a gymnasium or how to run a health club which has steam, sauna, jacuzzi facilities, or treatment rooms, or what is Ayurvedic treatment, or what is Thai therapy and aromatherapy. I had no idea. I had no idea how does the swimming pool get cleaned. So he gave me that responsibility, and he said that why don't you take it up, because he realized my need to do a little bit more extra with my time. He saw that, he identified that, and he said that, do you want additional responsibility? I said, yes sir, I have a lot of time after 7 o'clock in the evening. I have nothing to do except probably looking around for a nearest pub to go and hang out with my friends. He said, take charge of the health club. And then when I did that, a year or 2 years later, the management of the Park Hotels actually invested a huge amount of money, amounting to nearly crores, in restructuring and renovating and coming up with a brand new health club completely. Even after the restructuring and the renovation, the responsibility of running the health club came back to me only. Then later on, they opened up a bar at the health club. It was named Aqua. It's still there. It's one of the places that's redefined nightlife in Calcutta. And along with the health club, the responsibility of running the bar, Aqua, also came on my shoulders. And then after some time, I said, that's okay. Now kind of, I've got my hands full. I don't need any more. And then a couple of years later, an opportunity came up, and they said, we have an opening in Park Visakhapatnam as general manager. Would you like to move there? So, in my hoteliering experiences, I don't know too many companies which actually allow you which give the option of moving from training to operations and then straight to a general management role.
Absolutely.
And I'm very thankful to that particular gentleman, the MD of the Park Hotels, and of course the chairperson of the Park Hotels. She also had that belief in me, had that confidence in me, and they gave me that opportunity.
Landing into Visakhapatnam, how was it? Was it like a culture shock for you?
No, Vizag actually, they call it the city of destiny. And I think my destiny was kind of formulated when I landed in Vizag. I had no second thoughts about it. For me, it was not the city. For me, it was the opportunity of working as a general manager.
Yeah.
My family had doubts. Like from Calcutta, Vizag, Tier 2 city, what's there? So we said, come on, let's just pack our bags and go. We went, and it's a beautiful property. It's spread over 5 acres of landscape gardens. It's probably the only 5-star property which is on the beach in Vizag. All the other hotels are on the other side of the road. So you have to cross the road to get onto the beach. Initially, it was a bit of a culture shock because after 9 o'clock in the night, the city went dead.
Right.
There was nothing happening. A large population of Visakhapatnam is the Indian Navy crowd that gets posted there. Not too many corporate offices, not too many youngsters, not too much of F&B, nightlife happening. I saw that as an opportunity. So we had these huge lawns in the hotel which overlooked the beach, the sea. We had a huge swimming pool. We had lovely garden areas. So I started calling in the well-known artists, bands, DJs. I used my contacts, my years of experience with the Park Hotels. I got on the who's who of the musician and the DJing circuit of India. So month after month, we started doing these events, and Visakhapatnam exploded.
Right.
The nightlife of Vizag suddenly exploded, where you had 1,500, 2,000 people coming into the lawns of the Park Vizag and partying till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night.
And you had people traveling from different cities.
There were times when we heard that apparently people from Hyderabad had driven up to Vizag to attend the event, because the DJ who was playing in Vizag had not played in Hyderabad earlier on for some strange reason. I still remember when I called up that particular DJ and I told him that, bro, you got to come to Vizag and can you give me a date? He said, yeah, Siraj, not an issue, anything for you, but where is Vizag? So I said, just plot a horizontal line, from Bombay to the Bay of Bengal, and the last point where that line drops on land
is Vizag.
That's Vizag. That's where you're coming to. He laughed and he said, "Okay, done." And it was a huge success. I mean, we in a place like Visakhapatnam, back in those days, I'm talking about 2008. We had a capacity of 1,500 people for that event, and we were sold out by I think 6 o'clock in the evening of the night. We were sold out in terms of tickets.
Right.
People were lining up outside the gates of the hotel at 7 o'clock to enter the venue, and we told them the event is going to start only at 9 o'clock. They said, no problem, we'll just come in and stand there.
But Vizag had a local crowd as well to support this?
Yes, Vizag had a local crowd. Vizag had a large naval population.
Right.
Vizag had a large local crowd who were working with companies like HSBC. HSBC had, I think, nearly about a 3,000 or 4,000 seater call center in Vizag back then. Vizag had other companies also who had opened up large call centers and facilities and establishments back then. So we tapped into that early, and it worked for us.
So this was done with also an intention of putting the hotel on the map, right, and getting a little more recognition, or was it done from enhancing the nightlife perspective, or was it a combo of both?
Actually, it was a two-pronged strategy. First idea was to, revive and reinvent and reposition the hotel as an entertainment destination, because the hotel has been there from 1967.
Right.
That's how old the Park Vizag is. But it was always known as a very quiet, peaceful, leisurely destination for families who were traveling in from Calcutta and Orissa and other places. Okay?
Right.
It wasn't really a place where the locals would go to for dining or for entertainment purposes.
Correct.
It had a small little bar on the rooftop, on the fourth floor, very nice bar, with a view overlooking the ocean. But not too many of the locals would go there. Only the resident guests, people who were staying in the rooms, they would go there for a quiet drink and maybe a meal. That was it. So I wanted to change that, because we were sitting on prime real estate. And since I came from Calcutta, I was always taught that every square inch of real estate ought to be giving you back revenues and return on investment. And here I was looking at 5 acres of real estate space, and it was all like vacant. And I was like, there has to be a way out of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was strategy number one, to reinvent and reposition the hotel as a place for locals to come to.
Right.
And of course, the second, and I would say the more important part, was to generate revenue from the amount of real estate that was lying vacant. So it was a revenue generating exercise as well, which worked in our favor.
Amazing.
Since Vizag to Bangalore to Chennai and to what's in a name, one thing has remained constant. That the revenue generation has to be constant.
Yeah. Then comes the shift from where you moved from Vizag to Bangalore. How did this shift happen in your career?
I think the management realized that after spending about 3 years in Vizag, I needed a bigger property to handle in a bigger city. I think they saw the need, the potential for me to move on to a bigger hotel. So Vizag was a 65-room property, but Bangalore was a 109-room property, and Bangalore had a much more thriving and booming nightlife, and Ibar was there, Aqua was there. So they just gave me an offer after 3 years that, would you like to move to Bangalore as a GM? And I said, of course, why not?
Right. Coming into Bangalore, what was your first touch? Because at that point of time, if I remember correctly, Ibar was just like a bar wherein you could go in and grab a drink. It was a lounge, if you can call it correctly. So how did you envision that this could be a place which could run packed as a club, and how did that idea come into your mind?
Slight correction, Vicky. When I landed in Bangalore in 2011, so that time Ibar was already doing a very successful Friday night. One of the DJs of Bangalore, pretty well known. So he was already doing a show. It was called Shukrawar Ki Raat. It was a Bollywood night.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man Hussain was there. And the management was promoting. It was doing well, but where again I saw the potential in Bangalore was that while Ibar was rocking on a Friday night, same Ibar on a Saturday night was kind of dead. And Saturday night is supposed to be the biggest night of the week. But Saturday night, all the crowd was going to the neighboring hotel, which was the Taj, and they had a bar called Ice Bar. And we were the Ibar. And Ice was going full on a Saturday night. And Ibar was kind of empty. And my bigger worry at that time was that there was one door separating Ibar with the poolside, which was Aqua. And Aqua had a large, nice, big open space with cabanas and places to sit and all. And Aqua was a dead space. There was nothing much happening except some people just room guests sitting there and ordering for some barbecues and a quiet drink and stuff. And on a Friday night, when we had about 150, 200 people inside Ibar with hardly any space to stand, and there were more people coming in, and we were telling those people that, sorry, we don't have any more space, so you'll have to wait. So one day I just walked up to my food and beverage manager and I said, why don't we just open up this connecting door which leads to Aqua? Just open it up. They said, but sir, then the crowd will go to Aqua and the Aqua guests will get disturbed. I said, which Aqua guests? I hardly see any Aqua guests in the crowd. Just open the door.
Yeah.
Let them move out, and people anyway had to walk out of Ibar close to the lobby and through a door move to Aqua to have a
Correct.
smoke.
Yes.
I said, instead of making them walk all the way, just open this door. So it becomes a seamless, it's like a larger space suddenly, and people don't have to walk all that much. They can just hop across to Aqua, have a smoke, and then come back. And so the party continues in
Right.
Aqua.
Yeah.
I think that was a turning point. So when on a Friday night, we were hosting about 150 odd people, we just connected a couple of speakers outside,
Yes.
let the music flow outside as well. Aqua had a small bar. We made that bar functional. Anyways, it was
Right.
functional. And then suddenly on a Friday night, gradually the crowd grew to about 250, 300 people, 400 people, 500 people, because
Yeah.
there was much more larger space. When we saw that we could actually accommodate 400, 500 people, then we started. I just repeated what I did in Vizag. I started calling in the bands and the big artists, as well as the big artists of Bangalore,
Yeah.
for doing shows on Saturdays as well.
Right.
And that's how Saturdays picked up.
Right.
And then, of course, there was always the need for more revenues. That has always been a constant.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, fine, Saturdays is working. Then what do we do with the other days? We tried a lot of things on other days. Some worked, some didn't work. And that was a time when I realized that this whole ladies' night concept was picking up in Bangalore. It had already picked up. It was doing well in a lot of standalone pubs and bars where they were giving free drinks to the ladies. and
Right.
stuff. So I said, I spoke to my team and I said, let's also start doing a ladies' night on a Thursday night or a Wednesday night. So they said, yes, we can try it. So we said, what do we do? So they said, sir, we just give free drinks and we get our resident DJ to play. So we started it, and it was a very lukewarm response, maybe 15, 20 people coming in, free drinks, dance a bit, and then they would move out. So I was trying to rack my brains at what are we doing wrong? Where can we do something different? And then one day I was out on my walk in the morning, and that was also the time when a lot of companies had started announcing this whole thing of cashbacks. Okay, different companies, but they're saying that banks and all, they were saying use our credit card or use our debit card, and for every transaction you get a cashback.
Right.
The cashback culture was catching on, and I suddenly thought that why can't we do a cashback with our nights? So we said, let's try it out with a ladies' night. And I spoke to my team and I said, let's do a cashback. They looked at me in the morning meeting and they probably thought that old man's gone off his rocker. They were like, what? I said, for every free drink, let's give some cash to the ladies. So they looked at me again. What is he talking about? And my finance head, director of finance, he was shocked. He said, sir, we can't give away cash like that. We need to have the sanction of the senior management. I said, don't worry, I'll get it for you. So I spoke to my boss again in Calcutta. I said, so I would do this.
Right.
He said, you got to keep very strict controls because there's a lot of chance of, pilferage going on. I said, don't worry, sir. We'll count out the coupons. We won't give out cash.
Okay.
We'll give out numbered coupons.
Right.
And the ladies can encash the coupons at the end of the night from a restaurant cashier who's standing there. So he'll count the coupons at the night
it.
and he'll account for it that, 100 coupons were given out, 100 coupons have come back, and in return, so much cash has come back.
Right.
So we started off with something like 50 rupees cash per free drink.
Okay. Yeah.
So the ladies were getting a free drink on the house, and along with the drink, they would be given a coupon. And most of the ladies were like, what is this coupon for? They said, The boy said, ma'am, you can encash this coupon at the end of the night for cash. A lot of the ladies initially, they didn't believe. They thought it was a prank going
Right.
on, and they laughed and they said, they told the bartender, keep your coupon, come on. What nonsense. And the bartender said, no ma'am, seriously, keep it.
Yeah.
Try it out at the end of the night. End of the night, some ladies threw away the coupon, some people forgot. Some remembered, they tried it, and they actually got, let's say a group of 4 girls have come, each of them have had 4 drinks each. So
Yeah.
that's 16 coupons,
Right.
16 cashback coupons, 16 into 50.
Yeah.
That's straight away 800 rupees.
Yeah.
They got their 800 bucks and they were like, wow, what do we do with this money? So then we would say that, ma'am, we have a midnight buffet going on in the coffee shop.
Right.
You can grab a buffet or you can grab a bite. You can use it to buy more drinks if you want.
Yeah. Right.
Ultimately, what happened was out of that 800 rupees, let's say, going out, nearly 600 rupees came back to the hotel itself.
Got it.
Maybe the remaining 200 they would use for the cab fare to go
Right.
home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that worked like a charm. In about 3 or 4 months of ladies' night starting off, we were clocking a revenue of close to about 3 lakhs on a Thursday. And we were going full.
That's after cutting the expenses, everything.
We were doing a revenue.
Right.
Where earlier we
Yeah.
used to have about 15 or 20 people coming in.
Got it.
On Thursdays, we used to have again about 150 people
Understood.
coming into
Yeah.
Ibar.
But was this a profitable model?
It worked.
Yeah.
It took a lot of brainstorming, sitting with the finance, working out that how much cash has gone out and what is the sale and what is the material cost after extracting everything out.
Yeah.
It was a very comfortably profitable model.
See, I think this was a concept that raised a lot of eyebrows at that point of time, right? So, how did you fight off the negative part that was
Oh.
associated with it?
I remember after doing this, so we used to have these quarterly financial review meetings of all the general managers of Park Hotel. And we had to make these PowerPoint presentations and present it to the chairperson and the managing director and all the other general managers. And in one of the slides, we showed that the Ibar sales had shot up by nearly about, close to about 100%. Because Saturdays were doing well and Thursdays were also doing well. So the chairperson was sitting there in the meeting and she said, what are you doing on Thursdays? With a laser pointer, she pointed. She said, what are you doing on Thursdays? How come your revenues jumped to about, you're doing like 12 lakhs a month on Thursdays? How come? Told her the whole model. And she just raised an eyebrow and she just looked at me and she said, how are you accounting for the cash? So my financial controller was sitting there in the meeting. He explained that, ma'am, numbered coupons are giving out. And we check how much cash has gone out. And most of the time, 60% of the cash actually comes back to the hotel itself in terms of revenue.
Right.
There was about a 1 minute silence in the room, in the conference room, after which she told the other general managers that this is a nice model. Why don't the other hotels also adopt it?
Yeah.
And I got a lot of glares and stares from my other senior general managers sitting around.
Right.
That's Siraj, what are you up to? I mean, why you come up with these crazy
No, it was an
kind of stuff?
excellent strategy, but if you look at it, it
It
was
worked.
just a strategy
It worked.
to revive a dead night.
And on an average, we were giving out about 200 odd coupons, let's say. So that's 200 into 50, about 10,000 rupees. And again, the funny part was that a lot of the coupons didn't get exchanged for cash at all. The girls would forget, they would drop them, they would lose them, they would just throw them away. Overall, end result, it worked.
Running a lounge like Ibar inside the park must have come with its own balancing act. On one hand, you have the structured world of hospitality, and on the other hand, you have the unpredictability of nightlife. How did you balance both of these?
There's no standard operating procedure for this. It was, you survive one day and you fight the battle the next day. So be it loud music, loud noise issues, which was disturbing maybe customers who were
In the
who
hotel?
were in the hotel.
Yeah.
Or be it loud noise spilling over to the neighboring hotel, which was a very, very quiet
Yes.
and traditional hotel behind the park. or sometimes, even maybe stretching the time barrier a little bit here and there. Music stopped, but people are taking their own time to move out, and that's when you have to deal with the local law enforcement agencies
Right.
and stuff like that. So every day was a different challenge, and
Right.
and you had to stand on your feet and think and improvise on the spot at that point of time. One thing I always liked doing, and I would say that bad habit continues with me even now, is that I would stay till the closing. I will stay till the closing, till 1 o'clock or 10:30 or whatever the time was, and ensure that everybody's left and the bar is closed, doors are locked, and then
Right.
leave for the day.
Staying on the same topic, how did you train your hotel staff, whose primary work was to like manage the hotel guests, to start managing a nightlife crowd that was unruly, drunk, and unpleasant?
I had 9 years of experience in training and development before I became a general manager. Firstly, and as I said, I mean, the staff was there for running at the nightclub, but it's just that the volume of business grew and the number of people also grew, and because of that, so the number of interactions between the staff and the customers, particularly when it came to dealing with uncomfortable situations or customers under the influence of alcohol, the numbers also went up. There were these occasional arguments, skirmishes that broke out, but as I said, in a hotel you have a security department that handles all these things. There were bouncers in place,
Right.
and I think generally people who walk into hotels, they also come from a particular kind of a background where they also know how to conduct themselves. Having said that, you still have those, 1
Elements.
in 10 elements,
Right.
the unruly elements who try to take advantage of the situation.
Right.
It could be in terms of pricing or billing or a particular soundtrack they wanted to be played and the DJ is not playing it. You have to deal with it with a lot of patience,
Right.
and a calm head, and without any ego. I'll be very honest. During my younger days as general manager, I was not known for a very calm head. But I think with age that changes a lot, and with experience that changes a lot as well.
So if I specifically look at Ibar and the way the structure is, this is a lounge bar which has no dance floor. The DJ console is inside the bar.
Correct.
Okay. With this structure and this setup, how are you still able to keep parties happening through the week and still make it profitable?
We have to go back a little in time to answer this. So back in 1999, when I left the Oberoi's and I joined the Park, so at that time the Park Calcutta had just one bar. It was called Someplace Else. It was a small little place, small, narrow, long place with some seating on the side and a long bar counter on the other side and standing area. The place couldn't take more than seating and standing. That place would not take more than about 100 people. That was it. But every night, 7 days a week, they used to have a live band playing on a small little stage. A stage so small where the lead guitarist's elbow was banging into the drummer's elbow, and the drumstick was probably once in a while hitting the bass guitarist's elbow.
Right.
And the singer was standing sandwiched between all three of them. Small little place, about the size of this, the width of this.
Yeah.
And they were belting out classic rock and retro numbers. It was only Western music. There was no Bollywood at all. And the place would be full from a Monday to a Sunday. And most of the people would be standing at the bar counter or just standing in the middle. Some people were shaking a leg. Some people were jiving to the music. Somebody was grooving. Somebody was drinking. Everybody was socializing and was talking. That's when I realized that it need not be great food and great cocktails and great alcohol to make a place run well. It could also be good entertainment. It could just be that entertainment aspect that can keep a place running and going. And I'll be honest with you, the whole motivation and the thought of opening up a pub of my own came from someplace else.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
one day I was standing there and I said, one day I want to open up a pub like this and run it.
Right.
And I'll be happy to say that what's in the name today, you've seen the place.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of seating. We can seat about 150 people odd.
Right.
But what's in name doesn't have a dance floor.
Correct.
It doesn't have a DJ console. It doesn't have a DJ. It has 2 speakers and 1 subwoofer, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And the KJ also stands right next to the entrance of the bar counter.
Right. Yeah.
But
it
people
thrives
dance.
on entertainment. Yeah.
It thrives on entertainment. People dance.
Yeah.
There's no dance floor, but people are dancing on a Friday, Saturday night. So much so that once in a while we have to go and tell them that please sit down. It's not a dance floor. It's not a nightclub. It's just a pub. Sit down, enjoy. But after 2 minutes, they're back at it again.
Right.
And there are some good singers. There are more bad singers than the good singers. And the audience is loving the good singers and they're laughing at the bad singers. But
it's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a combination. Yeah.
So I believe in the whole entertainment aspect of running a nightclub.
And you're given it its due importance as well, which is something that I really respect, because I mean a lot of club owners or a lot of like hoteliers just look at entertainment as just a byproduct and just as a very small element, in the whole in the whole spectrum. But I mean, I do believe that it can play a very major part if it's positioned properly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when you're managing Ibar, also I'm sure that you are dealt with multiple artists, DJs, performers. Are there any specific instances that you remember wherein certain artists or DJs threw tantrums, and how easy was it to handle this entire experience?
Actually, I think I've been lucky in a way that I really haven't had to interact or manage any artists or event promoters who've been difficult. They've all been extremely cooperative, and I think it's a two-way game. It's a give and take relationship where if you give to the artist or the event promoter, the event manager, what they want, what they need on time, then there's no reason why they would actually harass you or create trouble for you. Little tantrums here and there of some of the bigger artists, Bollywood artists. I know this very big Bollywood artist.
Yeah.
He had a pet peeve. You hear that that I want a bottle of Grey Goose and I want 6 cans of Red Bull beside my console at all times.
Right.
You give him that, he won't bother you. So we gave him that. Of course, some people would come and say, sir, I mean, Grey Goose, expensive bottle of vodka, why can't we give him Smirnoff like the other DJs? I said, look, you give him a bottle of Grey Goose, he'll make you, the establishment, enough money where you can buy maybe 100 bottles of Grey Goose tomorrow. So factor this cost into your event cost. Don't worry too much about it. You get an A-grade artist.
Right.
You give him A-grade hospitality. He'll give you A-grade results.
Of course. Yeah.
You try to scrounge and save that 1 penny here and there.
Right.
If his heart and soul is not into the performance of the event,
absolutely,
he'll deliver a substandard performance.
Right.
Ultimately, it will be a substandard experience for your customers.
Correct.
And they're not going to come back.
Yeah. So it's a mindset training for the staff as well.
Yeah. I've worked with a lot of big artists in India, and honestly, no complaints.
Right.
No complaints.
Right.
As I said, pet peeves here and there. I'll fly business class only, and I want this and I want that, and I want a suite or I want a regular room. It's okay.
Yeah. But have you ever had to step in and call off things when the alcohol or other elements have ended up hampering the performance of the artist, and then you have had to take a call?
Not really, but once we had to take a call. This was again in Visakhapatnam where the sound went a little over the permissible decibel limit, and one of the room guests had some influence and called up some local contacts, and the law enforcement agencies
Right.
walked in, and the DJ who was playing, even when he was told by the local law enforcement agencies to shut the music, he refused. He said, "No, I will not shut the music." That's when I had to step in. I said, "You have to shut down the music." And then he turned around and said, "No, it doesn't matter. I know people in the Delhi Prime Minister's office. I can make one call." And I said, "Bring it down a notch, brother.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, it's beyond time. So let's
Call it
calm
off.
down and shut
Yeah.
it off."
Before we close out on the Ibar chapter, are there any funny incidents that have happened across the nights? Are there any memorable incidents that you'd want to talk about, which left you thinking, why did I even get into this hospitality industry?
Oh, there are dozens of them. Dozens of them. But, those were right in the beginning, or even now sometimes, when you have to pull a 18-hour long day, sometimes, particularly on New Year's, when I would love to be with my family,
Right.
and have a quiet drink and watch some TV and wish each other Happy New Year and have a good meal and go to sleep on time. But there, I'm standing at the gate of my pub, collecting cover charge coupons and dealing with
Yeah.
drunken
people.
customers, particularly the younger lot, the younger generation, who's the entitled generation, who like, I want RO water and you're not serving me RO water. Why not? It's a legal requirement for you to serve RO water. How much are you charging for a bottled water, or how can you charge service charge when the Supreme Court has said that you cannot charge service charge? and why does my drink feel diluted? Are you adding water to your beer? I think your beer is diluted, and I don't think this is absolute vodka. I think this is something else being served to me when I'm ordering for absolute vodka. A lot of these strange kind of queries come in.
Yeah.
And those fleeting moments were like, I mean, what did I do to deserve life like this? Yeah. But yeah, a lot of fun incidents. Some of them great learning experiences. I remember we started off this concept of holy parties in Park Bangalore.
I was going to talk about that.
Yeah. And again, one of the teams led by me, of course, crazy idea. We said empty out the whole pool and just fill it up with just about knee-deep water.
Yeah.
That's all. And let the swimming pool become a holy playground kind of thing. Let people jump into the pool and splash colors and do whatever they want.
So I played for the first edition. So that's when Parikshit, if you remember, Parikshit Das. I was a DJ who played for the first edition.
This would have been 2011 or 2012.
Yes, correct.
So, I was there at that time. Okay.
Yeah, so I just come back from the UK at that point of time. And
so we didn't meet, did we?
No, we didn't.
Maybe I stayed away.
We would have met during the initial days when we were planning, when you had come to meet. Yeah. So that time I had come once to see the venue, to see the setup. Yeah. And that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the kind of madness we did. And this went for 2 years. And then for some, I'm happy to know, but I believe that tradition has continued over the years. It still is going on.
Yes.
The holy party of...
it's still continuing, and it's a very talked about party. Yeah. Because I think you're also one of the first, 5 stars to do it at that point of time.
Yeah, and I came under a lot of resistance from my engineering department, because they said, "Sir, you need to, there's a lot of water being wasted, emptying out the pool." And then we had to drain out the entire pool once again, the colored water, then clean up the tiles,
right,
and then pump in water again to get the entire pool back in place. And filling up that pool, back in those days, used to take about a day and a half to fill up that pool with water again. For some strange reason, the tradition has continued. So I think it's a work for the benefit of the hotel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have continued it.
Right. Absolutely. We know that you left the safety net of hotels to start off things on your own. How did this thought come into your mind?
Yeah, as I said, back in 1999, when I first stepped into one of the pubs in Calcutta, and I was kind of, mesmerized by the whole thing. And
The
I
thought
said
was
that
planted in your
thought was
mind.
planted in my mind that
Yeah.
I need to do something like this on my own one day. So that itch had been there all the time. I was just waiting for the right opportune moment to kind of save up enough capital to do it. And I had this house in Calcutta which I'd invested in, and I got a pretty comfortable price for there. I sold off that house, and with that money, I invested in what's her name,
Right.
2017.
Right. So it's all 100% self-funded.
100% self-funded, no loans.
Brilliant.
No loans.
Right.
Day one.
And when you started envisioning what's in a name, how did you zero in on a particular location? So what thought process, what went into, the making before you realized it?
Oh, I traveled a lot through the length and breadth of Bangalore. It wasn't Koramangala from day one, so we checked out Indiranagar, we checked out running pubs for sale, we checked out empty spaces in Indiranagar, Sarjapur, we checked out Marathalli, we checked out Electronic City, 2017, HSR layout. So went and checked all these places out. We found some places good enough, but we were just passing by this place where what's the name stands today. That time it should be Habanero, and Habanero had shut down. So we were passing by that place, and we looked up. It said "to let," and we asked the security guard, "Can we take a look?" He took us to the back door and showed us from outside, and it was love at first sight. I said, "This is the place. This is the place." Corner plot, upper ground floor, clear visibility, nice big open balcony space which we can work around, and bang opposite there was this park, and we knew that nothing's going to come up in that park.
Right.
The park is going to be a BBMP established ground, so that greenery is going to be there. And it was away from the hustle and the bustle of Jyotinivas College Lane, where all the other pubs and the bars are. It was like centered on that road. So on one extreme end you have Gillies, and the other extreme end you have House of Commons and stuff.
Yes.
And we were right in the center.
Right.
Not very close to Jyotinivas College. So we said this is the place we want.
So how tough was this transition, emotionally, financially, operationally, and what kept you going?
Financially, it wasn't tough. We had put in the money, but from day one, me and my partners were very clear that they would handle the operations, and I would look at the payments of the vendors and the cash flow. We were very clear on that, and we had a very nice teamwork understanding going on between me and the other two partners. Operationally, yes, initially it was a bit of a culture shock, but luckily for me, after quitting hotels, I worked for 1 year in the standalone space as an employee, not as an owner, but as an employee, or a pub on Indiranagar.
Right.
And so I knew my ways about by then. I knew the pitfalls. I knew which were the danger zones.
Right.
And I steered clear away from there. So right in the beginning, when you have the money, you want to do a lot of things regarding your capital expenditure. So there, where we could have put up, a chandelier, that we said instead of a chandelier, let's put 10 0-watt bulbs. Save the money. Where we could have gone for very plush leather-clad furniture, we said no, let's do away with that, and let's do just wooden benches and cushioned chairs. So wherever we could, we controlled and managed the cost from day one at the capital expenditure stage itself. Where, in fact, one of my partners, when we opened up, he was a chef from hotels. So he himself said that let's not hire a chef. I'll handle the kitchen myself.
Great.
So he stood in the kitchen and he cooked food and finished out the orders along with a team of junior people around him. So where we could have hired a marketing person to do our social media marketing, we didn't. We said we'll do it ourselves, and till date, the entire social media presence of marketing that's done for What's in Name is done by me personally. I don't have an agency. I don't have an ad agency. I don't have a social media marketing agency or platform who does the work for me. So the pictures that you see on Instagram are posted by me, and the text and the writing, whatever is the content is created by and posted by me.
So that's how close What's in a Name is to you.
It's very close. It's very close. And honestly speaking, sometimes I just don't have that trust and that faith to hand over things which are relevant to the financial aspects of the business or even the marketing aspects of the business
Right.
to another person or to a third party, because I don't know if they will do it with as much passion and as much attention for detail that I as an owner would do. Emotionally, yes, it came as a bit of a pressure when there have been incidents where suddenly your staff don't turn up for work, and I've picked up the mop and I've mopped the floor on days. And my guests have seen me doing that, and they've come and asked me that, what are you doing? Why are you mopping the floor? You're the owner of the place. I said, it's my job, and I take pride in the fact that I can mop the floor better than my staff can.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's my,
Absolutely.
that's where I'm coming from. There have been times when I've washed dishes in the dishwash area. I've washed utensils. There have been times when I've cleaned the WCs and the urinals in the bathrooms. There have been times, even now, quite often when I go behind the bar and make a cocktail.
Yeah.
So there have been times when I parked a customer's vehicle because he wanted a valet and we don't have valet service. I said, so you can park there. He said, no, I mean, I need a valet. I said, I'll park the car for you. Don't worry, give it to me. I parked the car. It's fun.
Yeah.
Now it's fun.
Right.
But initially, yes, it came as a little bit of an emotional thing that, I mean, I've never done this before.
Right.
As a general manager, you get used to a certain, cushioned lifestyle where there are the people who handle all the departments and you don't have to do much except giving instructions and directions. But over here, I was rolling up my sleeves, taking off my shoes and doing the stuff that needed to be done.
Yeah.
But over 8 years, I've got used to it now. And now, luckily, I don't have to do all that much.
Yeah.
Stronger team. But even then, just to keep in touch with the ground reality, I do it once in a while.
Yeah. And there's no work that's big or small, especially when it's into you. Yeah.
Of course, my staff gets a little scared when they see me clearing plates or going and somebody says, what are you doing? Please let us do our job. I said, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it for the fun of it. That's all.
Yeah. So specifically looking at the name, what's in a name?
I knew this was coming.
How was his name coined?
I knew this was coming. This always comes up in a conversation. So it was basically me and my partners trying to figure out a name, and we had brought down the list. We had shortlisted it down to about 20 odd names. And in those 20 odd names, what's in a name was never there. It was just a lot of things. And we were thinking what to do. Out of 100 names, 20 names shortlisted, all those 20 were close to everybody's heart. There were 3 of us partners, and there were 6 which he liked, and there were 7 which I liked, and there were another 8 which he liked. And we were like, everybody was holding on to our turf that no, I want mine, kind of. It was going on, and it was past about 2:30, and we were drinking, and I was very tired. I want to go home. Finally, I said, look, boss, just guys, choose any name, whatever you want. Just give it a name and we'll go with it. Don't worry about it. What's in a name anyways? Yeah, big deal. Just give it any name. So one of my partners said, what did you say just now? I said, what did I say? I said, just call it anything. Give it any name. He said, no, what else did you say after that? I said, what? I said, what's your name? Just name it anything. They said, how does that sound? I said, what? What's your name? He said, yes. I said, done. Sounds good.
And that's it.
And that's it. At about 2:45 in the night, after a lot of beers, we just narrowed it down to what's in
And you have a lot of customers coming and asking you this.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Why what's in a name? What's a connection with Shakespeare? I said, there's no connection with Shakespeare at all.
What did you want this space to offer that Bangalore nightlife was missing?
Back then, in 2017, when we opened up, we wanted the space to offer Bangalore good, varied quality of entertainment. Along with that, we also wanted to bring back the old Bangalore culture of classic rock music, which was already beginning to fade away. So when I first came to Bangalore in 1999, I was sent on an official assignment for about a week, some work. And in the evening, I finished my work and I don't know where to go, what to do. So I went to an auto rickshaw driver and I said, भैया यहाँ पे आसपास कोई pub है? Because I came from Calcutta and Calcutta didn't have that pub culture. There were bars and restaurants, but there was no pub. And I come to Bangalore and heard a lot from other people that, oh, you're going to the pub city and there's some great pubs in Bangalore.
Yeah.
So I went and asked an auto rickshaw driver. And he said, वहाँ आपको जाना है? I said, हाँ जाना है. He said, बैठिए. And he took me on a merry-go-round ride. I don't know where he took me. But in about 10-15 minutes, he dropped me off at a place. And he said, यहाँ पे जाइए. And I looked up and I saw this sign called Purple Haze.
Wow. Okay.
Residency Road.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the first pub I entered.
Right.
I visited
Yeah.
in Bangalore.
And you'd have fallen in love.
I was blown away. I said,
Yes.
dark, dim, you couldn't see faces.
Right.
I had gone on a weekday, there wasn't any crowd,
Yeah.
but there was Pink Floyd and Led Zepp. All
Yeah.
these videos were playing on the TV screens with great music happening, and there were pictures of beer going, and there were fries and stuff like that going. And I sat in one corner,
Yeah.
in a dark, dim corner, all alone, and I spent 3 hours with a pitcher of beer and just watching the musical videos. It was such a great experience. Next day I was back
Yeah.
in Purple Haze, and the day after, and the day after. That 7 days in Bangalore, 5 nights I went to Purple Haze.
Yeah.
And one night, one of my colleagues took me to a place called,
A Cadillac. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
2 months later, I again came back to Bangalore for some work, and my pub hopping started. And it was downtown, and of course, there was NASA, and there was Spin,
Yeah.
and there was 180 Proof, there was Pico's, and there were so many other places.
So you covered the entire gamut on that.
And of
trip.
course, Purple Haze had to have that one visit.
Right.
So, and they were all playing just good
Rock.
rock music,
Yeah.
nothing else. There
Yes.
was no Bollywood at that
Yeah.
time, none. So when I came back in 2011, settled down and I started doing the rounds, and fine, there was still some Bollywood and rock going on. In 2017, when we opened up, what's her name, Koramangala was getting flooded with Bollywood
Right.
everywhere. And I was like, where does a person like Siraj Mukherjee go when he wants to hear some good classic rock music?
Yeah.
So we said, that's it. During the entire day and night, only classic rock. No Bollywood. Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, we started doing a live band. Just an acoustic set. 2-member, 3-member. Thursday, we started doing an open mic where anybody could come and sing anything. Even stand-up comedy, even poetry, everything was open. Fridays, to cater to the crowd, we started doing a Bollywood night.
Yeah.
Had to,
Yeah.
with the DJ. Saturday, we again had a live band, a full-fledged live band, 4 or 5 members. And Sundays, we used to do karaoke. So the whole thing of opening What's in Name back in 2017 was to give varied kind of entertainment, be it live music, be it
Yeah.
open mic, be it karaoke, be it
Right.
Bollywood DJ. You name it, we've got it on different days of the night. And
Right.
if you don't want all that,
Yeah.
you can come early evening until about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You can get your dose of classic rock music as well.
Okay. So classic rock is now there every day.
Even now,
Yeah.
before karaoke night starts,
Yeah.
till karaoke night, from afternoon, from the time we open up till the karaoke night starts, it's only classic rock. We don't, much to the
Yeah.
angst of a lot of customers, they say, no, play this and play Bollywood and play.
Yeah.
It's just till 8:30, please.
Absolutely.
8:30, it's only going to be classic rock.
Did you build What's in a Name for the scene, or did you build it for your own taste?
I built it for my own taste.
See, I mean,
Of
that's
course, making a little bit money on the side always helps.
Yeah.
But it's for my own taste.
Have you cracked the balance between good footfall and the right crowd?
I think today, we're happy with the crowd that comes in. Of course, there's that 10% aberration always there.
Floating. Yeah.
But I think over the years, we've very successfully managed to build up a population of regulars. There are about a good 30 to 40 odd
Yeah.
regulars of ours who come to What's Your Name at least 3 or 4 days a week. There are about 20 regulars who come there 6 days a week. There are about 10 people who come there every day of the week.
Yeah.
And I think ever since we became a fully karaoke bar for the last about 2.5 odd years post COVID, I think finally we've managed to get that right balance of people who come in for the karaoke, who come in for the music, who come in for the balcony ambience, who themselves may not be coming in to sing, but who come to hear other people sing.
Correct. And have their conversations as well.
And have the conversation
and good
as well.
food.
Good food and drinks.
Right. Absolutely. How do you handle customer entitlement or bad reviews? Is it through old school diplomacy or new school clapbacks?
Honestly speaking, when I go through the reviews, if I find that the review is a genuine review or a justified or a logical review, I reply back. There's no cut, copy, paste format that we do. So each review has its own customized reply, where I feel we have goofed up, me or my team has made a mistake. We try to offer a solution. It could be not just form of apology or a refund or welcome back kind of a gesture or an assurance that we will take care of, that this doesn't happen next time. But where sometimes we get reviews, it's like, where we feel that the review is unjustified or it's a little unrealistic or a little untruthful. Just for an example, somebody says that, I came for the karaoke night and I wanted a song and the KJ did not give me a single song to sing, and we were there for 1.5 hours and the KJ was constantly giving his friends repeated songs. Now we have video footage. And we have a rule where the KJ, every time somebody requests for a song, they put down the song name and they put down the name of the person who's requested for the song. And that's locked into the software. You can't delete it. It's there. We have daily logs through virtual DJ. And we've gone back and checked, and the person who's put in the review, he's actually sang 2 songs. And then in the review, he's writing that he hasn't sang a single song. And he waited for 1.5 hours to get a song. Now that, to me, is a biased, unjustified, untruthful review. So there we reply as politically correct as you can be, and we say that, as per our records, this is what's happening.
Incorrect.
And like just about a couple of weeks back, we got this review from somebody saying that when I asked for service, the server wanted our phone number, and when I refused to give my phone number, he said that he will not be able to serve me. Now we went and tracked back the video footage and we spoke to the server, and we do have a rule saying that at least one person on a table, we need a phone number, so that if you leave behind any belongings, we can call you and tell you that, sir, you left behind your phone or whatever. We have some point of contact.
Absolutely.
There have been cases sometimes where people, over the influence of alcohol or the excitement or whatsoever, they've forgotten to pay the bill and they walked off. So there we need a contact number, so we can call the business and say, sir, you forgot to pay the bill. Can you please come back and pay the bill tomorrow or day after, whichever. Which is why we need a number. And to top it all off, it's a guidance, not a rule, but it's a guidance from the local law enforcement agencies to note down guest numbers of at least 1 guest per table. In case some legality
there are multiple
arises.
things that could happen,
That can go wrong. So the server asked these 2 people, they said, sir, any one number? He straight away refused, said, I will not give you my number. He wrote a page-long review on the same, to which I replied back. With all these points that we just discussed. To which again he's posted a review. So after a certain point of time, you kind of give up.
Got it. You have seen the 2000s, the 2010s, and now the post-pandemic culture. What do you think has changed the most in nightlife today?
Well, I feel for the better, as I said, it's a much more educated, more aware crowd. They're more aware of their own tastes in music, entertainment, food, drinks. That really helps a lot. I think along with all this, a certain awareness has also come because going out and nightlife has increased largely, I think, over the years.
Right.
At least in Bangalore, I see it. They become more understanding, largely more understanding. When we say that, understanding as in they understand our pressures, what we go through sometimes.
Yeah, in Koramangala?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are tables, there are customers who watch us and they suddenly go up and go to the bar to get a drink. They're telling them, "Sir, we'll get it served to you. Have a seat." They said, "No, I can make out. Hey, you guys are busy. You're running around. You
Yeah.
have a lot of customers to deal with. Don't worry. I'll pick up my drink. Chill."
Yeah.
So they're very accommodating. There are times when customers call the servers and tell us, "I can make out you're running a packed house.
Right.
So it's okay if my food takes another 10 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Don't sweat about it."
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like
Yeah.
that.
So I think you are catering to a very good segment of the Koramangala crowd.
We are, as I said,
Yeah.
we're very happy with it.
Right.
But again, in the same breath, I will also say that there are some in this new generation of partygoers who I call them the entitled generation. People call them Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen Alpha. I call them the entitled generation. There are some who feel they're entitled to everything. It's a birthright.
Yeah.
And they don't ask, they demand.
Right.
They demand. And when they don't get what they want on their terms and conditions, that's when they say that, "Oh, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to write a nasty review about you and I'll make sure that nobody visits your restaurant ever again." I find that behavior a little unsettling and disturbing. That
Absolutely.
where is this power coming from?
Right.
In a 21 or a 22 or a 23-year-old who may not be still financially independent himself or herself.
Right.
Where is this power to threaten an establishment saying that I will shut down your place if I want to,
Yeah.
based on the power of social media?
Right.
Where does this come from? So I find this behavior a little disturbing, and this is a trend that I see growing.
Yeah.
I see that growing. Things like we have this very clear restriction of age. You cannot serve alcohol to people below 21 years of age in Bangalore, at least. We stick to it strictly at the entrance. We check for Aadhaar cards and stuff like that. There have been cases when we've actually found people with fake Aadhaar cards, and we pointed it out to them. We said, "This is not correct. We can't serve you."
Yeah.
Instead of quietly accepting and going away, the question is why? Why can't you serve me? And we tell them that we can't serve alcohol to people below 21 years of age. It's a legal stipulation.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're not aware of it. They are aware of this legal stipulation. Still, they want to try the luck. 5 or 6 of them will stand in front of you at the hostess desk, while the one who's actually underage is quietly standing at the back, hiding, so that they can form a cordon around her or him and sneak in them.
Yeah.
So, why? I mean, I find this behavior.
The age-old tactics have still not changed of trying to sneak into a club.
No.
Looking at the new wave of Resto-Bars that's happening across Bangalore, do you think this is more form than substance, or are we just getting old?
See, there are establishments in at least in Bangalore that have withstood the test of time. I mean, we're talking about places like the 13th floor. We're talking about Fusion Lounge. We're talking about Watson's. We're talking about Gillies. We're talking about House of Commons. Socials. Despite a lot of negativities in the market, despite a lot of obstacles in the market, they've survived and they've done well. As compared to, I mean, a lot of places which are opening up today, big places, giant places, small places, everybody's doing the best to offer a completely different offering to the customers, trying to create their own niche in a market which is flooded with a lot of other operators. But end of the day, I feel that I sometimes have the feeling that there are a lot of people who have surplus amount of money, capital in the hands, and they want to invest it somewhere, and bars and nightclubs and restaurants is a
viable option. They look at it as a viable option.
Let's just invest into it, and of course the glamour.
Yeah.
and the glitter is very
Appealing.
appealing and inviting. On top of that, the whole thing of that cash flow. This is a business where you get in cash every day.
Right.
Cash is in revenues flowing every day.
Right.
You don't work on credit like a lot of other industries. So all that is very appealing and inviting, and which is why a lot of people end up putting in the money
Yeah.
and then realize that there's much more to running a
Absolutely.
F&B establishment than just pumping in money, hiring in the right people, getting in a social media influencer or a marketing agency, and then
Yeah.
watch the
Right.
money flowing in. It's not as simple as that.
Correct.
There are 101 variables, all small, tiny little variables, which all need to be controlled and all need to be brought into place. And all these 100 spotlights all need to be focused at one spot
Yeah.
where the customer is standing to create that holistic overall food, beverage, entertainment experience for the
Right.
customer.
Right.
And out of these 101 variables, if 5 are focused somewhere else,
Yeah.
and 96 are pointing at the right space,
Yeah.
the customer's still not getting that complete overall experience. So it could be the temperature of the AC, it could be the lumen or the brightness of the lights,
Correct.
it could be if your table or the chair is wobbling or not,
Yes.
it could be if your menus are dog-eared or not, it could be if the glass is chipped or not, it could be the temperature of the food when it arrives, it could
Yeah.
be the temperature of the chilled beer when it arrives,
Correct.
it could be the froth of the beer in the glass, whether it's gone flat or not. It could be how crispy the French fry is. It could be how tart or sweet the ketchup is. It could be how gooey or how watery the mayonnaise is. It could be how clean or dirty the waiter's uniform is. It could be when he's stretching his arm, whether there's any body odor coming
Right.
onto your way.
Yeah.
It's so many things.
Right.
And everything's got to be fine-tuned and on a day-to-day basis, probably, on a weekly basis, on a periodic basis. What you
Yeah.
set right need not be always right for the next 1 month. There are always slip-ups.
Yeah.
Today, your menu, which is looking absolutely crisp and clean, it's working fine. After 3 days, it might get stained or might get dog-eared. Today, the boy who's clean-shaven and well-groomed,
Yeah.
3 days later, he may not be clean-shaven
You're right.
and well-groomed.
You're right.
Simple as that.
So, do you still bring in a lot of your training methodologies that you picked up from your earlier days into managing and mentoring your staff now as a regular process? You do. You do.
Earlier, it used to be every day. Now it's like maybe once or twice a week. Because
Got
now, the good thing is if you can retain your staff, they stay
Yes.
with you for about good 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years.
Right.
So they start performing with you as a team.
Great.
But whenever you have newcomers coming in,
Then you go through the process
you go
again.
through the whole process all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah. Give us a myth about running a bar or club that social media completely distorts.
Yeah, all these reels that they keep on popping up with all these glamorous looking cocktails or the glamorous looking food and everything is prim and proper on the plate. On a Saturday night at 11 o'clock, it doesn't turn out like that. Everything gets messed up.
One DJ, promoter, or customer that drove you mad.
Lots. Not one.
Any stories?
I'll tell you a story about one staff of mine,
Okay.
if that's allowed.
Yeah.
Not a customer, staff. So this particular karaoke song, which is very popular, and what's the name? It's that Pyar Hame Kis Mode Pe Le Aaya. It's from the movie Satya Pe Satya.
Yeah.
Noel and I were singing the song as usual, and there's a line in the song that says "Battiya bujha do." So Noel said "Battiya bujha do," and one of my staff was passing by in front. In jest, as a joke, I said, "Buddy, batti to bujha de yaar." That is a
वो
line.
लाइन भी है गाने में. हाँ.
So I just added his name.
Yeah.
Suppose his name was say Vicky, so I said,
Yeah.
"Arey Vicky, batti to bujha de yaar." He didn't break stride. He kept on walking. He went to the end of the switchboard and he flipped off the mains of the restaurant.
Of the mains.
The mains.
Directly.
Complete mains. All the lights went off. The sound went off.
Went off.
Okay. Everything went off. In the kitchen, the pizza oven, the deep fried fries went off. The only thing, luckily, which was running was a billing POS system because that was on a UPS. So the
Okay.
computer didn't go off.
Yeah.
Luckily. Otherwise, it would have been chaos. And The mics went off and we were looking at each other. I was looking at Noel, Noel was looking at me. He said, what happened? I suddenly realized, oh my God, what has this guy done? I called him and said, I ran to the switch. I flipped it back on, then I caught hold of it. I said, what did he do? He said, sir, आपने तो बोला बत्तियाँ बुझा दो, मैंने माफ कर दिया. अरे? So I wasn't pissed or irritated, but at that moment I was pulling in my hair that, oh my God, what did I do and what did you do? But yeah. But otherwise, on a regular basis, not really. I mean, occasional thing like, after 1 o'clock, why can't we get a drink after 1 o'clock? Or play the music after 12:30 but it's not that one particular customer or something.
Right. Have you ever felt like giving it all up and walking away? And what stopped you?
During COVID, when it hit, I didn't think about it. I actually did shut it down. I went to the landlord. I surrendered my lease.
Okay.
And I nearly broke down in front of him because what's in him to me has more than business, has been an emotion. It's been a part of my life. And I surrendered the lease to him. I said, I can't continue. I'm so sorry. And he said, what will you do now? I said, I'll look for a job, maybe go back to hotels if somebody's willing, if I'm still employable, or maybe just go back to Calcutta and let's see. I haven't figured it out. So that's when he was very, very supportive. He said, don't worry about it. Next 1 or 2 months while the lockdown is there, don't pay me the rent. He said in Hindi, he said, जिस दिन लॉकडाउन लिफ्ट होगा, जिस दिन दुकान खोलेंगे, उस दिन बैठ के बात करेंगे. So basically he said that the day the lockdown lifts, whenever it lifts, the day you open up your shop, that day we'll talk and discuss the way forward. But as of now, please take this back. So he handed the letter back to me. He said, इसको लेके जाइए, फाड़ के फेंकिए. That was the time I had decided to give up. I was going through immense financial and personal pressure. Some friends of mine, just a handful, I can name them, and they were friends because they were actually customers of what's her name.
Okay.
We got friendly.
Right.
And then we became friends. So we used to meet up nearly every evening. We're all living in Koramangala. We'd meet up over a smoke or maybe just over a cup of chai, and they talked me out of the whole thing. Right. Said, don't worry, it'll pass. Yeah. It passed, and here we are today. Bounce back was 2x of what we used to do. But yes, during that time, I did seriously think of letting it all go.
From Ibar to what's in a name, what would young Siraj not believe about where you are today?
I wouldn't believe a single bit of it. I don't think as a college student, as a youngster, I ever had that whole entrepreneurial streak in me. Hotel management or the service industry was never on my farthest horizons, mental horizons. Yeah. I actually had wanted to be a person in the armed forces, but then my glasses got in the way. During my college, I wanted to pursue masters and move on to research in the field of academia, but that dream was cut short. But after moving into hotel management, after getting a job, after starting working in 99, I was very clear that I wanted to open up a pub. I did. Right. But as a youngster, I never actually envisioned myself as a family man, having a son who's doing very well for himself, settling down in Bangalore, having a new set of friends all together, and singing songs twice a week. Having fun at the age of 53. I never saw that future for me, back then, that at 53 I would be once in a while chugging a cocktail and singing a song and having fun.
But that's the beauty of following your passion, isn't it?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think I'm very lucky that I still managed to live a life which is centered around music, which has always been a passion with me from a very early age. And having fun, having a lot of people around, having great conversations, having a lot of laughter, joy around me, sharing experiences every day with new as well as known and unknown people,
Yeah.
and still making some money out of the whole thing.
So, what do we envision coming next? Expansion, reinvention, or slow sipping?
Slow sipping.
Right.
Slow sipping. Plans are on, thoughts are on to open up something new, open up something exciting, interesting, a little off the trodden path, a little
Yeah.
off the trodden path. We're working on it. If things work out well, and if time and energy and health, and
Yeah.
of course, most importantly, finances
Yeah.
support, then hopefully we should be able to have something new to offer to Bangalore and particularly Koramangala in the next 1 month.
Oh, wow. Okay. Great. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Can't divulge more details than
Yeah.
that right now.
Also, tell us about this time, wherein when you had started off What's in a Name. One floor above that, you had launched a club. How did that go, and what was the story behind that?
2017, in the month of May, we opened up What's in a Name. And 2017, November, I took up the floor above What's in a Name. And me and a couple of few of my friends and their friends, we got together and we opened up a Resto-Bar called the Toddy House, which was focused principally on serving coastal flavors of food and coastal flavors in terms of cocktails as well. So where sort of a regular daiquiri, we had something called a Dhenkanal daiquiri. Dhenkanal is a particular region in Orissa, which is famous for its spices. So we made a spicy version of a daiquiri.
Right.
And similarly, we had other stuff as well. And we were doing food like we were doing mud crabs and we were doing blue crabs. We were doing duck meat. We were doing quail meat. We were doing quail eggs.
Right.
We were doing a lot of seafood, be it sardines and be it pearl spot. So food which was very typical, which you would get on a day-to-day basis in some of the quaint toddy shops, which you get in either Tamil Nadu, close to Pondicherry, or most particularly in Kerala. We were doing appams, we were doing stews, that kind of food, with a very, very carefully curated set of cocktails. Unfortunately, Toddy House didn't work for too long, because about 30% of the crowd that came in, they loved it. The remaining 70% of the crowd that came in, they wanted French fries and pizzas and nachos. So very reluctantly, we had to tell them that I'm sorry, but we don't serve that kind of food. But that kind of food is available in the floor below What's in a Name.
Yeah.
So for reasons not known to us, Toddy House didn't work. A year later, we reinvented the place and we launched Koramangala's first stock-themed bar. So we opened up a place called Bulls and Bears, which was a bar stock exchange.
Right.
Bulls and Bears did very well. In fact, it took off. We were getting in some of the well-known DJs of Bangalore to come and play. We had ladies' nights. It was a full-blown nightclub where the pricing of the alcohol was on an algorithm where the more the demand, the prices would go up. The less demand, the prices would keep going down. It was variable and flexible pricing.
Right.
So on an evening when you would walk in at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, a peg of, let's say, a Smirnoff would be as low as maybe a 69 or a 70 rupees.
Right.
And depending on the consumption pattern of the night,
Yeah.
if there was a lot of Smirnoff going through the night, that same Smirnoff would be selling at maybe 150 or 175 rupees a peg at 11 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
And it was a fun concept. People were constantly watching the ticker boards, watching the
Right.
price of the items fluctuate. It did well, and then came COVID.
Okay.
So Bulls and Bears shut down.
Got it.
After COVID moved off, it was too late. The other partners did not want to reinvest
Revive.
and
Yeah.
revive the place.
Right.
We all went own ways. After that, I opened up a third concept on the same floor called Vesper Bar and Lounge. It was a classical cocktail lounge bar with a dance floor.
Yeah.
A big bar, a lot of plush finishes, a lot of leather upholstery, chandeliers, moonlighting, a full bar backdrop made of mirror so that you could be facing the bar and still see what's going on behind you, dance floor and work. That kind of picked up. It was beginning to do well. And then we were approached by some people who wanted to run that floor on a different concept. So we outsourced it, and they finished their contract. They moved out.
Okay.
And now let's see what the future holds for the floor.
Finally, what's in a name, really? And has it all been worth it?
It's been worth it. Every single day, every single night, every single hour, every single moment, it's been worth it. I'm very happy about the fact that I get up every morning and I look forward to going to work, to the pub. At my age, not an easy thing to say or do.
Yeah.
I'm also planning for my retirement about 5 years down the line. But as of now, I look forward to going to work every day. I look forward to the music, the good as well as the bad one, every day. And I get a feeling of fulfillment, self-fulfillment, that What's the Name has been a platform for a lot of young and old, talented and not so talented people to showcase their skills, to show off their musical talent, or sometimes their dancing talent as well, and to spread a lot of happiness and joy and laughter among 150 to 200 people seating and standing there every day.
Every day. Yeah.
I think it's been a great platform for people to develop. I've seen customers who wouldn't dare to hold the mic on a karaoke night. They said that no, I can't sing. And today, after years, they're the ones who come and sing about 3 or 4 songs on Friday, Saturday night, and they've got the entire crowd applauding for them.
So there's a kind of self-confidence that instills over a period of time.
Yeah.
Siraj, see, I can tell you this: if you do something you love, there's no retiring from it, right? And that's the beauty of it. Okay, and respect to you, for bringing in all the experience that you've collated over the years and pouring it with so much love into opening a venue of your own and making sure that it stands for something. And, we really love coming to What's in a Name, and we are very glad to have you on the VIC Fix. So thank you so much for gracing us with all your knowledge and wisdom. And we look forward to what's coming in the next 1 month. I'll still hold you on that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.